All right, we're here with a 17.4 CrossFit Open workout, breakdown and tips, and all you guys need to do is go look at the videos, which I'll attach here, for 16.4, right? So it's basically, it is the same workout. There is one slight change with the border for the hands on the handstand push-ups, and I want to talk a little bit about that. But everything I said in those other videos and in the articles stands pretty true. One of the big points that I made on that video, and you can see some of the diagrams there, is on the handstand push-ups, not arching your back. So if you saw the open announcement, you saw that Brooke really got hammered on the handstand push-ups, and she had a very exaggerated lower back arch, and her hands were also out to the outside of the box, which again, those two tactics are used when they're just doing locked out elbows as a standard. When we're trying to reach over that line, you actually want your hands closer to the wall, a little bit closer to the wall, and you don't want to have that exaggerated lumbar arch. Those two things are going to punish you on this workout. So the taped lines on the ground, that's going to change it for a few people. If you're a little bit taller or have longer arms, you may not get to go as wide as you'd like. So just make sure that you've experimented with that before the workout and you're comfortable with your hand width and kind of how you need to break it up because of that, right? Because if you try to use the standard that you used the last couple of years, they've had the handstand push-up standard with the taped line, you may end up getting a lot of no reps because your hands are on the line. So just be aware of that. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. I think in my last year's video, I kind of was a little bit aggressive with the wall ball pacing. I had about 3 minutes for most people, but I guess it kind of depends on your row. So the row I had for 5.5 minutes for regular people, and if you do a 3-minute row, 3 minutes to do your deadlifts, 3 minutes to do your wall ball, and then 5.5 minutes to do your rowing. That's going to put you at a couple minutes for handstand push-ups. But it all depends on your abilities and your strengths. But yeah, it's pretty cool that we get to see this one repeat. I love this workout. I think it's great. Just make sure you guys take care of yourselves on the deadlifts and don't blow your backs up, right? Don't hurt yourself on the deadlifts like some people I know. So that's it, short video. Go back and check out the other videos on last year's on the same little tiny whiteboard and the same little tiny, but you notice I've zoomed the camera back a little bit so I'm not just this weird arm talking. And then one more thing on the handstand push-ups too. I make a big deal about this on the video, and you can see it whenever you see people do these handstand push-ups. That you need to arch your foot, right? You need to dorsiflex your foot so that your toes are back, right? Because if your toes are forward, what ends up happening is, this is your shoe, and it looks like this, right? Well, I'm not very good. That's okay, but if you can make your shoe angle, if you can dorsiflex your foot this way, then the heel is going to be higher than if it's here, and then even worse, if your shoe looks like this, now your heel's even lower. So you just want to make sure that you keep you try to flex your feet. And so as coaches, as people who are cheering people on, if someone starts to not remember that, tell them to push your calves against the wall or reach your heels or lock your knees. If they think about that, that sometimes gets them to lock their legs out and dorsiflex their feet. So practice that before you do the open workout, definitely. That's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot and thrive on.